This episode of On the Record is brought to you by Benzie.
I'm Executive Editor Kim Schmidt. We're here in Boone, Iowa at the Farm Progress Show. Welcome to On the Record. Here's an update on what's currently impacting the ag equipment industry. One of the biggest viral stories in the ag machinery dealer world, though not a good one as far as most industry stakeholders are concerned, transpired at the end of August. During a conference room meeting at John Deere dealer group AHW LLC, Illinois farmer Jake Lieb went public about AHW's decision to cancel his multi-unit order with the John Deere dealer group. Lieb claims the 18-store dealer group ripped up his multi-unit trade deal inked 2 months ago, citing downward trends in the used equipment market as the cause. Within days, Lieb's 71-second video was viewed 1.2 million times. Not since the right to repair uproar has there been such a division in ag machinery, with farmers, dealers, and analysts taking sides. AHW is an 18-store John Deere dealer group that employs 550. According to the 2024 update to Farm Equipment's Dealer 100 list, AHW is the 44th largest dealer group in North America. Farm Equipment editor Mike Lessiter has been following the story and spoke to the fifth-generation farmer in early September about the video from the AHW boardroom and the subsequent commentary and media coverage that has gone industry-wide. Lessiter reached out to AHW management on 3 occasions, but no calls have been returned to date. In the video, Lieb, who runs a progressive corn and soybean operation with his brother Josh, says, "We've just been informed that a deal we made 2 months ago to trade equipment is no longer being honored by AHW because some things have changed in the used equipment market." The farm is in its 5th generation of family ownership. He says he's never had any issues with the local store.
Now AHW's got 20 stores, and I guess they think they're too big to care about honoring deals, which we've got on paper. They're saying they're not going to honor it. So I would encourage anyone that's got deals with AHW. They say a PO is worthless anyway. So even if you got a PO and since grain prices are down, if you feel bad about the agreement you've made, I'd encourage you to just back out of it.
Lieb points his fellow farmers to 2 other Deere dealers he mentions by name. You can read Farm Equipment's coverage from September 5th on the matter, as well as a just updated part by visiting farm-equipment.com/AHW-TikTok. This week's dealer on the move is Johnson Tractor. The Case IH dealership group has acquired 2 of St. Joseph Equipment's locations in La Crosse and Richland Center, Wisconsin. The acquisition will be finalized on December 1st, 2024, and with this acquisition, Johnson Tractor will have 11 locations in Wisconsin and Illinois. Now here's Noah Newman with the latest from the Technology Corner.
Thank you very much, Kim. So it's been a really busy summer for the dealership formerly known as Alliance Tractor after it was acquired by 22-store John Deere dealer Sloan Implement back in July. So last week we paid a visit to the Vincennes, Indiana store for an upcoming feature in Farm Equipment magazine, and we came across a limited production S7 combine equipped with all kinds of precision technology that they've been demoing for wheat growers this summer. Salesperson Ryan Seeger gives us the rundown on the new machine.
The biggest thing that the customers will see on this is some of the new automation. So it's got the combine's going to, instead of being a reactive, this is going to be a proactive, where it's going to be using satellite imagery, taking of the crop, and then also it has cameras on here, so it's going to be able to speed up and slow down the combine based upon what the crop conditions are. So a lot of this automation here we think is going to help a customer be more productive. So even some of our experienced operators will be excited to get this out here and see what type of productivity gains that they see as far as with this machine. And then on some of the bigger machines, they'll see differences. They're going to the new 13.6 liter engine that's in the X9, some of the other combines, and we've seen a lot better fuel efficiency. So we're very excited to have this demo machine and looking forward to getting it out to the field with some customers here this fall.
And we'll have much more on the new machine and Sloan Implement's approach to precision technology in the upcoming edition of Farm Equipment magazine. Be on the lookout for that. In the Technology Corner, I'm Noah Newman. Back to you, Kim.
Thanks, Noah. During the Farm Progress Show in Boone, Iowa, Van Wall Equipment auctioned off 137 items over 2 days in conjunction with Big Iron and Sullivan auctioneers. I spoke with Big Iron co-founder Mark Stock during the show. The auction, like all run by Big Iron and Sullivan auctioneers, was absolute, meaning there were no reserves and everything had to sell. The auction attracted buyers at the show as well as worldwide.
There are people here bidding on their phones. But there's guys and gals in Texas and Oregon and Washington and Pennsylvania quite a few people bidding in Georgia right now, plus all the Midwest states. You know, a lot of Illinois and Iowa bidders. They buy from all over, and that's, you know, Big Iron and Sullivan's have been pretty well respected brand names, and from Canada to Mexico and even beyond. We've registered several people from Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil here, and whether they get something bought, we don't know, but they've been bidding.
According to Stifel's September used equipment update, auction pricing trends for used equipment continue to face pressure in July, given tough comps due to an overall tight equipment market last year related to supply chain challenges. However, Brian Brophy, Associate Vice President of Stifel, notes asking prices for used equipment are more mixed as some categories continue to see pricing growth and others have started to follow auction pricing declines.
The price of good quality equipment is driven by two things: commodity prices and supply. So supply is not an issue right now because a lot of people have rebuilt their inventories up from, you know, the COVID times. But what has pushed some of the prices down on the equipment is the low commodity prices. But it always takes a little while to do the math and add that we've got extra bushels coming too in a lot of the areas. So once they start realizing that they're still going to have a good crop, they might hold it, store it in a bin until the prices rebound. They go see their tax guy in November, and then it come December. That's one thing pretty much everybody in agriculture doesn't like to do, is pay Uncle Sam a lot of tax.
USDA released its September World Agriculture Supply and Demand estimates on September 12th. This month's 2024-2025 U.S. corn outlook is for smaller supplies and a modest decline in ending stocks. Projected beginning stocks for 2024-25 are 55 million bushels lower based on increases in exports and corn used for ethanol for the 2023-2024. Corn production for 2024-25 is forecast at 15.2 billion bushels, up 39 million from last month. With supply falling and use unchanged, ending stocks are reduced 16 million bushels to 2.1 billion. The season average corn price received by producers is lowered 10 cents to $4.10 per bushel. U.S. soybean supply and use changes for 2024-25 include lower beginning stocks, production, and ending stocks. Lower beginning stocks reflect a slight increase to crush for 2023-24. Soybean production for 2024-25 is projected down 3 million bushels to 4.6 billion. With 2024-25 soybean crush and exports unchanged, ending stocks are projected at 550 million bushels, down 10 million from last month. The U.S. season average soybean price is forecast unchanged at $10.80 per bushel. Analysts with J.P. Morgan said they view the September report as modestly positive for farmers to the extent lower new crop ending stocks for soybeans could support crop prices. Shortline manufacturers at the 2024 Farm Progress Show were realistic about the current market conditions, but did show glimmers of optimism. Jamie Meyer, Landall Ag Division Sales Manager, said while the summer was tough as far as retail orders, he's feeling better as we're getting into the fall. He added that cattle and dairy customers are doing better than grain producers and are making a little bit of money. With such a large crop in the field and high yields expected, he says high bushels help offset some of the negative pricing for commodities. As a result, Meyer thinks we are likely to see some year-end buying and notes it will be easier for farmers to buy a $100,000 tillage tool than, say, a $1 million combine or tractor. Following the Farm Progress Show, we asked dealers what products they anticipate farmers are most likely to buy come December. Hay and forage equipment stood out as the top product farmers are likely to buy, followed by rotary cutters and headers. This week's DataPoint is brought to you by the 2025 Ag Equipment Intelligence Executive Briefing. Rising farm equipment prices, increasing interest rates, and tighter farm profitability have farmers placing more emphasis on their per-acre equipment costs. According to Farm Credit Canada economists, total farm equipment investments per acre is nearing $900 per acre in 2024, based on new equipment prices and annual equipment capacities. That's it for this week's On the Record. As always, you can send comments and story suggestions to kschmidt@lestermedia.com. Until next time, I'm Kim Schmidt. Thanks for joining us.